Hi there, boys and girls, and welcome again to Pajama Prayers. It's so nice to have you with me this evening. I just love it that you joined me for our story and our devotional. Tonight, we're going to talk about a neighbor. Not like talking about the neighbor next door or saying things about them. Talking about who is a neighbor. What does it mean, the word neighbor? And how does God want us to treat our neighbors? So it's going to be a good story and a great lesson. And before we do, we're going to go and play a fun game of hidden pictures. We're at the fishing pier for this game of hidden pictures. Let's see how well you do. Good luck.
Can you find what's hidden in this picture? Can you find the horseshoe? What about the golf club? Can you find a boomerang? Do you see an open book? Do you see an envelope? What about the pitcher? Can you find a salt shaker? Do you see a hockey stick? Can you find a mitten? Where is the banana? What about a scarf? Can you find a slice of pizza? What about a ruler? Do you see a waffle? Can you find a pumpkin? Can you find a pencil? What about a coat hanger? Can you find the pliers? Do you see a candle? Can you see a ring? Can you find a baseball bat? Where is the sock? Where's the ear of corn? Now find the rake. Can you find a saucepan? Can you find the comb? Good job!
Well, that just made me want to go fishing, or at least go to the beach. All that water looked so good, and they looked like they were having so much fun there on the pier. You know, when I did notice that there were all kinds of people there. People with different color skin, people dressed differently, and yet they were all there having a good time, and they were all fishing. God doesn't want us to judge people, boys and girls, by the way they dress, or the way they look, the color of their skin, or how much money they have. He doesn't want us to judge them that way. He wants us to have a warm heart towards everyone and to show His love. And that reminded me of our story for tonight. The name of our story is, Who is My Neighbor? And the characters in the story are wondering, they're trying to figure out just who is their neighbor. Let's watch, listen carefully while I read, and see if you can make a personal connection with this story.
Who is my neighbor? Once there was a town where only blues lived. There were navy and indigo, aqua and sapphire, powder blue and midnight blue. They planted irises and forget-me-nots and feasted on blueberries and blue cheese. They sailed on blue waters. Blue jays perched on branches, and brilliant blue cracker butterflies shimmered. The blues thought they were the coolest color. The yellows lived in a different town. There were gold and bronze, lemon and mustard, canary and pale yellow. They planted sunflowers and daffodils and feasted on bananas and butterscotch pudding. They traveled on yellow brick roads, and goldfinches perched on branches and busy yellow jackets buzzed. The yellows thought they were the hottest colors. The blues and the yellows did not like one another very much.
Be careful of the yellows. We are better than they are. They are not our neighbors.
They warned their children not to go near the others.
Be careful of the blues. We are better than they are. They are not our neighbor.
For years, the blues said there was no such thing as a good yellow. And the yellows said there was no such thing as a good blue. One day, Midnight Blue put on his best blue helmet and got on his blue bike. He loved cruising under the bright blue skies and passing by the tranquil blue lakes, singing a bluegrass tune. Then out of the blue, someone passed so close to Midnight Blue that he lost his balance. Midnight Blue tumbled to the ground. His knees started to turn black and blue. Midnight Blue needed help. Well, along came Navy. Navy will help me, Midnight Blue thought. But Navy was afraid. She wondered, maybe someone made Midnight Blue fall, and maybe that person is still around. So, Navy pretended not to notice Midnight Blue. Midnight Blue was surprised. Why hadn't Navy stopped to help? After all, Navy was his neighbor. He felt sad. In a while, along came Powder Blue. Powder Blue will help me, Midnight Blue thought. But Powder Blue wondered, did Midnight Blue get in a fight? Is there another person still around? Well, he was afraid. So he pretended not to notice Midnight Blue. Midnight Blue was surprised. Why hadn't Powder Blue stopped to help? After all, Powder Blue was his neighbor. Then along came Lemon. Oh no, a yellow, thought Midnight Blue. A yellow will only make things worse. Maybe this yellow will steal my books. But Midnight Blue wasn't the only one who was scared. Lemon worried about helping a blue. What if that blue wanted to trick her? What if that blue jumped up and took her bike? Maybe she should just hurry by. But Lemon didn't hurry by. She decided to help. She didn't steal his books. She picked them up. She lifted Midnight Blue from the dirt and handed him his helmet, and then she helped him get on the back of her bike. She took him to her doctor. While they waited, Lemon gave Midnight Blue a butterscotch cookie. It was broken, but still delicious. Midnight Blue said, "You're a good yellow, not like the others." "Oh, most yellows are good," Lemon said. "Yeah, so are most blues," Midnight Blue said, and he smiled. He pulled out a small bag of blueberries and gave some to Lemon. They were a little squished, but they were still very yummy. When Dr. Gold came out, Midnight Blue was still a bit frightened. Dr. Gold was another yellow. But Dr. Gold smiled at him. She shined a light into his eyes, checked to make sure nothing was broken, and put a bandage on each knee. Midnight Blue turned to Lemon and said, "Thank you for helping me. I would like to be your friend." Lemon nodded. "Of course. A good friend." When Midnight Blue returned to his town, he told all the blues what had happened. It was not at all what they expected to hear. He said, Lemon did not pass by. Lemon did not look the other way. Lemon helped. And Dr. Gold did too. The blues thought, the yellows do not look like us or eat the same food. but maybe the yellows can be our friends. And when Lemon returned to her town, she told all the yellows what had happened. It's not at all what they expected to hear. She said Midnight Blue wasn't mean at all. He was thankful, and he shared his blueberries. So sweet. From now on, we are going to be friends. The yellows thought, the blues do not know our songs or grow our plants, but maybe we can help the blues and the blues can help us. Well, from that time on, the blues and the yellows began to say, maybe we don't have to look alike or even live nearby. Perhaps we will like hearing new songs and tasting new foods. We might like making new friends. Maybe we can help one another. Maybe, said Midnight Blue. Lemon smiled. Yeah, maybe. Just maybe. The end.
It made me so happy when Lemon stopped to help Midnight Blue. How did that make you feel? And you know what? They realized once they got to know each other that they really were not very different at all. Isn't that interesting? You know, the Bible talks about how we should treat others. And I think that our mystery board has probably found a couple of really good scriptures that can help us out with our lesson tonight. So let's go to the mystery board and let's see what she found.
I have searched the Bible, and this is what I found. The Lord does not see as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Love your neighbor as yourself. Leviticus 19:18.
The Lord looks on the heart. That means He doesn't look on the outside of us, how well we are dressed, or any of those things, how much money He has. He looks at our heart, the inside of us, the part that's kind and loving and gracious. And He tells us that we should love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Now, we wouldn't do things to hurt ourselves, would we? Should we do things to intentionally hurt our neighbors or our friends? No, that's not pleasing to God. I hope you will pray this week and ask Jesus to help you to love your neighbor, to show kindness, because we know when we show kindness to our neighbor and to those around us, we're showing God's love. And I love you to pieces, boys and girls. I hope you always remember that. And I hope this week you show God's love to everyone you come in contact with. But for now, we're all out of time. So turn to someone there with you and say,
You are worth more than you know, capable of more than you think, and loved more than you can imagine. Good night.
Thank you.